So, you know, we're in an altered political dynamic. It's not the way it was when I was growing up. It's just far worse and far more vicious in a lot of ways than even growing up in the 60s and certainly by the 70s and 80s. I thought, you know, there was this tide, and this tide was moving over America. We were moving in the right direction. We were talking about the environment. We were talking about racial justice. We were dealing with people's sexuality. I think most of you know that I'm rather progressive. Some people would say somewhat left or whatever. But, you know, it's one thing to be intellectually something. You know, you read it in a book and you kind of, you know, say, oh, this makes sense. It's another thing to see and feel and experience, because when things become real, then you know them. And I like to tell people that, you know, once you see something, you can't not see it. Once you know something, you can't not know it. And I felt those things, you know, were really seminal in my life. I worked in the food co-op in Montgomery, in Silver Spring. I was one of the founders, and I went to a conference in Minneapolis, and we met with some people from Acorn, and we were talking about political stuff, and they were bemoaning the fact that they had once again worked on somebody's campaign, and they provided the ground troops for this person's campaign. And when the person got elected, and when they went to him in January, he said, you know, there are lots of interests I have to look out for. And their hearts just sunk, because they had put all this work thinking they were going to get somebody who was going to be their champion, and they discovered that they were just soldiers in his personal ambition train. And they were really disappointed, but what they said was, it's time that we start electing our own and stop electing people who we have to beg to do the right thing. And I took that very seriously. So after that, I went on, I ran for the city council in Tacoma Park. I served for 19 years. I was the champion of rent control in Tacoma Park. And other than the minimum wage, is probably the thing in my life that I'm proudest of having done politically, because I can look at my community every day and I can see the difference. So.